What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So we are back for our 2-week maintenance on my girl. Y'all see this hair? This is ridiculous. Usually, I think I told you in the last video, usually after I take her hair out, sometimes I'll let her rock like the braid out. But it's very limited on how many days because when she goes to school and gets to running around and sweating her hair out and stuff like that, it just gets crazy because her hair, like, it shrinks so fast from any sign of like sweat or from it getting wet or whatever. Anybody who has this kind of hair, comment below if you know what I'm talking about. When you have them tight coils like that, they are very sensitive to water. Anyway, with that being said, if I let her rock the braid out, then every night I would have to like put it up and do something to it. But then this girl sleeps so wild that even with her hair being wrapped up at night, her bonnet and scarf sometimes come off almost all the time. I don't know what it is. But for the most part, if I don't let her rock the braid out, I'll do I'll do like a ponytail. Depending on if I can get her hair done, like when I can get it done, she might get a ponytail 1 or 2 days. But her hair is so thick, y'all. It's so hard to put in a ponytail after I take it out. Her hair is just like, oh my gosh, it's so much hair. Anyway, I say all that to say, in the beginning, when y'all saw that was after a couple of days I had put it into a ponytail and then just left it as is for the rest of the day. And then at night I would try to at least put it up some way somehow until I'm like, yeah, I can't do this no more. Because the longer I let it stay out like that, the harder sometimes it can be to detangle when I do get in the shower. And then that's the more hair that, not when I get in the shower, when she gets in the shower, my gosh. And it'll be, that'll be more hair that she'll lose. But either way you slice it, I've been doing this girl's hair since she was born, so it's still growing, no damage. Y'all can see how healthy it is. The only thing I want to kind of do is incorporate deep conditions because I haven't really done it with her in a while. I was just pulling down the strands to show y'all how long it is and the texture, really. I was actually showing her too. I kind of cut the clip there, but I was showing her how long her hair actually is. And it's super, super long. It got super long. I want to kind of start measuring it too. I want to get that. I don't know if you guys ever seen, but there's a t-shirt that has like the lines on it to show how long the hair is. And I don't blow dry her hair. I mean, I don't straighten her hair often only because, again, she's a kid, so she gets to running around. Like, she's not into really taking care of it like that. Look at her saying hi real quick, y'all. But she's not into, like, taking care of it on her own while she's at school. Or just, like, being conscious that her hair is straightened. So I don't do it really often until, like, unless it's, like, an event that we have to go to and she wants it done. And her hair wasn't just braided, then I'll do it. Or I do straighten it to trim her ends. So, which would be like every few months. I kind of can feel when when they need a trim, if that makes sense. So that's kind of when I'll go ahead and trim her ends. I just did it too, but I wasn't filming that stuff then, so I don't even know the last time. But again, like I said, I can feel it, so it's I don't know when I have to do it. But the next time I do it, I am going to film it for y'all, show y'all how I do it. I'm no professional, but it gets the job done. And as y'all can see, her hair is nice and long. And this is just from me doing it consistently every 2 weeks, putting the products that I put into it. Keeping her hair hydrated because that's exactly what she needs, hydration. This type of hair will eat up some water. And I'll show y'all in a clip ahead how you can tell, because the water just, like, you're not gonna be able to tell when she's in the shower, but the water just sits on top of the hair and it lays, so the penetration is kind of hard to get into without it being like super soaked. which is why it's best to put product in her hair like soon as she come out, y'all, because her hair dries so fast. Anyway, this is the same routine that I did in my last one, washing her hair again, section in the fours, and because her hair is so thick, I do have to section within each section to make sure that I just get all that shampoo incorporated. Again, I do use two. I use the I think it's Whole Blends, and then the other one. I'm having a brain fart, so I can't remember what it's called right now, but I will link it down below. I find that this shampoo is pretty good for her. When I was using, I forgot what I was using. I was using something else, and she would have some flakes. If she does happen to have flakes when I go to do it, then the next time I wash her hair, I will use my rosemary shampoo because that definitely cleanses it. I just don't, I don't use that every time I wash her hair because it definitely strips. It stripped everything about it there. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good old cleanse, but her hair, that would be very dry into the type of hair that she has. So that's a like once in a blue type of thing if need be. And y'all, listen, I'm watching this part and I'm just like, oh my gosh, because she asked me to rinse it. Like she wanted the camera in there so she can record her rinsing her own hair out. And y'all, me just looking at her do this, when I first was watching this, like editing it, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, this had me teary-eyed. Y'all, this had me teary-eyed. Like, I'm just like, I don't know what it was, but I just look at this girl and I'm like, this is really my baby. Like, and it's something so simple, but it's just like looking at me. It's like healing a part of me that wasn't, that needed healing, I guess. If you know, like, if you was to know me, you would know where I'm kind of coming from with it. But without going too deep into it, like, it's just, I'm looking at her and I feel like I'm looking at myself. And she's just so free. It's just so carefree. And as she should, she's a kid, so. But I guess where the teary-eyed part came from, it's just like, I don't know. It's like a relief. I don't know if it's healing the inner me. Look at her showing her hair off, cutting out. But I don't know if it's like healing the inner child in me, just knowing that she's safe and feels safe. And I know y'all probably gonna be like, "What? She just rinsing her hair." But y'all gotta understand, I did not have, oh my gosh, the luxury of just being a kid I guess is where I'm kind of coming from, because I wasn't a kid for too long, if that makes sense. I was worrying about things I probably shouldn't have been worrying about as a child. And just watching her rinse her hair out, it was just, you could just tell she's like free, no worries. And that's just, she's not tense and there's no anxiety. Like, my girl just be doing whatever she want to do and having a good old time. So that really just made my soul smile, because it's, it's confirmation. Like, girl, you're, even though it might be a million things going wrong, them kids be, or at least in my head, and it's a million things going wrong, them kids are good. So that really, yeah, when I was watching, I was like, oh, why am I tearing? I'm like, God, what is going on? But her feeling safe, like, warms my heart. And it ain't even like, it's not for her not to feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even a situation where she wouldn't feel safe. It's just the fact that I could just see it in her face, and it made me, like, seeing her face made me look at myself like, wow, finally. I don't know if that makes sense, y'all. It's just trauma coming out. Trauma coming out in this video, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, sorry, y'all. That was like a sidebar. So after I washed her hair with the two shampoos, she will rinse it out. And she has been getting really good with it because before, like the first time, y'all, she had all this shampoo at the bottom of her hair. I'm like, girl, you have to move, like separate the hair and like lift it up because you have so much that sometimes that water does not go all the way through because it's so thick. So she does a much better job now. And then after she rinses it out, you see her do her she was showing y'all how it looked because my girl want to be a YouTuber. Um, she got a little channel and everything. She just don't be posting nothing. She don't really care, but she want to do it, I guess. I don't know. We'll see when she gets older where it goes. Anyway, then I go to the conditioner hair. So as y'all can see, I start from the end. One, I have the section within each section because it's just too much hair to be hurting my darn hand. Two, I use this brush because I find that I really like the bristles. I think this brush is Revlon. I got it from Walmart, but I had using this. The last brush I had using it on me and her hair. I think we just tore that thing out the frame, so I had to get a new one. And so with that being said, I found this one and I like it. I really, really like it. But you do have to work with, working sections because again, the thickness, it'll get you every time. But you see, I start at the ends because when you work your way up, it'll be a whole lot easier. Like sometimes if her hair is out too long, those roots get like super duper uber tangled. And to be honest, she could use like a finger tangle and regular tangling, but y'all, that's a lot. That's a lot sometimes, and I be on the time constraint. Sometimes I be doing her hair and cooking at the same time, so I kind of just make it work. But anyway, I say that to say, you do have to work from the ends because as you move up each time when you're trying to comb those kinks out, once you get to the bottom, because the bottom is already detangled, it'll just run through smooth to the point where it's not really hurting her. Like you can see she don't even be like crying or nothing because one, I've been doing her hair since she's been a baby. But two, I'm also like a lot more gentle. I never comb her hair if it's not wet because listen, it'll be so much breakage, it's not even funny. On top of that, you need something with some slip to really help guide the bristles through the hair. And even though I sped the video up, it really, like, even if I slowed it down to the normal speed, y'all, it would literally be that easy. It don't take me nothing to detangle her hair because it's just a technique that I use. And even as you can see, like, I'm pouring water on it because her hair dries up that fast. Like, it's so crazy. You'll see in the next clip when I start to blow dry it, what I mean. But I'll put some conditioner in her hair, and then I have to kind of work it through. And because there's conditioner still on the brush, once I wet it and everything is just like slick, it goes through smoothly. As you can see how I'm getting each piece done with ease, y'all. And I love Tresemme. I used to use any kind of Tresemme, but I've really been liking the one that I showed y'all. I think it's 0% breakage. It smells really good, and I think that one has like no parabens or something like that. But I'm a Tresemme girly. I will use Tresemme like forever. I don't really see myself using another type of conditioner, especially not to detangle. And I've tried, but that Tresemme works with me and it works with her. So that's my holy grail for real. I will use the mess out of a Tresemme. Now, you see how I showed y'all? I know it kind of went fast, but I had showed y'all at the end. When I brushed from the root to the end, it kind of got stuck there. But once I brushed that bottom part out, it was done. And then I can go from the top to the bottom. I'm telling you, use this technique. And each time, never start from the root. And I know y'all probably heard this all the time, but I'm just reiterating because it's very important to me, I think it's a very important method to the fastest way to get somebody's hair detangled, especially hair like this or when you just have thick hair in general. I get through shampooing and conditioning her hair like it's no other. And when I go to shampoo, y'all, it be tangled sometimes. Sometimes there's little matted parts that I have to like finger detangle just so I don't lose as much hair. But I promise y'all, if you do it the way that I'm saying, you really won't have any issues like that. But yeah, so after I condition, she will go ahead and rinse that out. And then in the next clip is when she's going to be in front of me where I'm going to blow dry it. Now, y'all, I want you to see how her hair looks now. And then look how her hair looks after. Y'all, this wasn't even that long. She literally got out the shower, got dressed, and then went ahead and get the hair out the tub because I don't like that. So she gets the hair out the tub. After that, she came in the room and her hair was almost 70% dry. At the top, the surface of the hair, it dries super fast. But in the inside, it still be damp, which is why when I go to blow dry it and put like that concoction of that I had showed y'all, the yellow concoction, it is smooth when it goes on. So when the hair is still wet, those what do you call it? Follicles are still open enough where I can go ahead and use this oil for it to penetrate through the hair strand. Now, do you see like those little parts in the back? I don't know if you can see it because she started moving, but it was little dots. That was water, y'all. That's not lint or nothing. That's literally water, and that's why I know. That's how I know the type of hair that she has, because that water sits on top of her hair, which means it's sitting on top of that strand. Like if she was to get in a pool, her hair is the type that will float on top until you get all the way in. Like it has to be super drenched in order for her hair to get penetrated with the water. So yeah, and with this, you just gotta work fast. And again, the reason why I do this method, one, I hold the hair at the bottom. I'll try to detangle the bottom for the most part. Hold it at the bottom and then blow dry some. That will just stretch it. That's not detangling it, but it will stretch it for the most part. And then that's when I go in, detangle a little bit, and then I'll do this method where you see me now, where I'm like going from the root to the end with the blow dryer and that brush. Y'all, this is the quickest way for me to get her hair blow dried to where I need it. Again, I'm not blow drying it for it to be bone straight. It is literally just so that it can be more manageable. One, because of the thickness of her hair, and two, because of the texture. So you see how I'm detangling that end? Then I hold it, blow dry it a little bit. This is going to stretch it out some. See how much it stretched just from it being so shriveled up? Then I go ahead, comb through it, put that at the top, and then I'm going to go down and brush it each time. And this really just helps like get the roots to not be as, thick. They're straightened. So when I go to part, it's easier for me to part through and it's easier for me to grip. I'm trying to make it easier for me in general because she got a lot of hair and I have a lot of hair. So I try to find methods that work. And it might seem, time consuming because obviously it's like mad steps. But y'all, I promise you, I had just did this like technique out of the blue one time. Cause I'm like, what can be the easiest way? Because at first I was trying to take the brush from the root to the tutor, from down, from the top to the bottom and go through. But that just wasn't working. I felt like I was doing more work. Arm muscles was just going through it. But once I started doing it like this, y'all, when I tell you, it's like butter. It goes through like butter. Man, it's crazy. And I only get it straight enough so that I know it won't shrivel back up. Now, those roots really be the issue. But again, I am not really trying to get them. Or that's kind of really the main focus. The ends, not so much, but they get straightened within the process. Look how short that is compared to how long it is, how long the other ones are. That's why that stretch matters, because it's just easier to detangle for real. And y'all, I know, disclaimer, y'all see my son in the background. Y'all see him in the background. Please don't ask me what he's doing, because Lord knows I don't know. I forgot what we were even watching. We were watching something, and he just came in there and started talking to us and watching the show. I have no clue, y'all. That, he's 5. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. 5-year-olds just be doing stuff. And then when he discovered that the camera was right there, he started doing all the stuff in the camera. I'm like, what is going on? Then my daughter's like, you know, you see him, he's doing stuff in the camera. I'm like, yep. I said, listen, I don't have time for that. Okay. Now y'all, this was the day that I did her hair. I actually did it within 2 days, and I might start doing this from now on, because you know what? It takes us about 5 to 6 hours to go from the beginning to the end process. I'm not even gonna lie. From the washing it all the way down to the beating it, 5 to 6 hours depending on what style I do. And I'm not a fast braider either, so that can contribute to it too. But again, she got a lot of hair, so it's gonna be a couple hours anyway. It took me hours to do my own hair, and my hair not even as thick as hers. Anyway, oh Lord, what was I saying? Y'all gonna have to work with your girl. I'm over 30 now. That brain's starting to that brain be working however it wanna work. My God. Yeah, okay. I think it's gone and it's not there. But I have to insert the inspo pic that she wanted for me to do her hair, because she will send me stuff and I'm like, listen, I ain't no stylist, but I'm a try. But then she always picks like things with like weave, and I'm like, you have to understand, you don't even need all of that. Like, you have the hair to do some really decent styles to the point where they are long. Because my hair used to be that long too. My mom used to braid my hair every 2 weeks too. So my hair used to be long. She used to do some braided styles and stuff like that. So, you know, I mean, we didn't have all of that back then. But she sees these styles now, and I'm like, Liam, 9 times out of 10, these girls have weave in their hair, but you don't have to have that. So I'm like, depending on what the style is, it might not look right because you're expecting it to look this way, and it's going to look a little different. So she loves how her hair is. She's not really all the way into it. Like, she's one of those, one, she's in the 4th grade, so she's not into really how she looks yet. She puts on perfume and stuff, like girly stuff, earrings and all that, but it's not on a consistent basis. It's just like random when she wants to. Perfume might be more than anything, but she's not really, she just got into like styling, if you will, and not even really styling, y'all, because she just be like, do this go together? Like, I told her, like, she's trying to figure out what colors go, what, dark jeans with a certain type of shirt, or light jeans with a light shirt. She's just now getting into that type of stuff, making sure the sneakers match with but she's not all the way there yet. So we'll see what her, style changes into. But for now, most of the time I'll find like a style, or I'll try to freestyle it. But lately she's been trying to show me certain styles that she wants. So we'll see where it takes us, y'all, because I'm not no stylist, but I will try. That's one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. And I'm a really slow braider, because I be speeding the videos up just for it to not be that long. But y'all, I still need to work on my parting. And it's not bad, but it's just not, I don't know, I guess I'm probably just hypercritical of myself, or overly critical of myself, I'll say. But yeah. Yeah, but that's pretty much the same method, y'all. Like, y'all. Oh, this is so bipolar. This voiceover is so bipolar. Yeah, I remember what I was going to say. Okay, so I have wound up doing her hair in 2 parts because it takes us so long, right? So I believe this weekend was Memorial Day weekend, where they had Monday off. And so I did this part on Sunday, which I just, shampooed, conditioned, and then blow dried. and then put a scarf on her head. And then the next day, I went ahead and I braided it and beaded it. And y'all, I don't know. But I might have to do it like this from now on because, again, because she has so much hair, I got 3 kids. They all depend on me. I gotta cook every night. It'd be a lot sometimes. I gotta somewhere figure out stuff I'm supposed to be doing for myself. I gotta throw a little me time in there too. Like, it just be a whole lot of. So, with that being said, I'll be trying to find like systems that's just easier for me to get through. Because one thing I cannot stand for a child head to not be done. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. I cannot stand it. So, anytime it gets to the point, like, because I'll even go as far as, to if before the 2 weeks is up, her hair looks crazy, I will take it out. I cannot stand when she don't look presentable. Like, that really grinds my gears with this hair thing. And because the type of hair that she has, again, if she gets the sweating and not like her scarf and stuff is coming off at night, it will look crazy. But I really like this system. Like, so when I go to take her hair out, I'm gonna have to do it on like a Friday and then like either Saturday or Sunday braid it. Because y'all, this was like a lifesaver. I didn't feel like I was spending too much, like a chunk of time out of my day to do her hair. Because that's literally what it takes to get everything done from the beginning to the end. So, as y'all can see, I just finished blow drying it, and then now I'm just taking the braids out. I just did 4 plaits, rolled it up, and that was it. What y'all see in her hair right there is the oil. I guess I didn't rub it in all the way. So that's that. But I'm gonna insert the inspo pic here, and that's kind of what we did. But y'all, I'm not gonna lie. So again, I'm still working on like parting and making sure that like all the braids are. I have to work more on making sure that all the braids are equal in size. So I'm still working on that. But I say that to say, if I do her braids and they're not, like, they're too big, if you will, meaning I have a lot of hair in the one braid, then the roots of that will look crazier before the 2 weeks is up. Reason probably being is that I don't use gel. I do not use gel on her hair. Again, to me, gel is like drying. And the whole point of the type of hair that she has is to keep it moisturized. The whole point of keeping anybody's hair, doing anybody's hair is to make sure that you have the moisture. Because if not, that breakage just start coming through. So that's where the oils come in at. However, it's not a hold. It doesn't have a type of hold. It's literally just there to moisturize the hair strands. And so because of that, her hair, the little flyaways or just little parts or whatever, is not going to stay down the way that they need to stay down. So if the parts are not small enough to the point where you kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but if you can catch my drift, let me know in the comments. But if the parts are too, like I said, too big, or I have too much hair in the one braid, then it really won't last the 2 weeks. Like, after a week, it'll probably start looking crazy. And again, y'all, I just can't when little girls look crazy. So, not with the hair. I will definitely have to do it. It's just something that really grinds my gears. So, that's why, because the style, it's not going to last like that. Because I don't use nothing other than grease and water. And even though I don't even have to use water on hair when I braid it, but even though grease is good for the hair, it's just not something that's going to lay it down the entire time. And I got to buy some mousse. So me not having mousse is another problem, because usually after I braid her hair, I will put mousse on top to kind of put all the flyaways and stuff down too. But y'all, even down to the point like her edges, they will shrink right back up real fast. Even at the slightest touch of water. Like if she goes in the shower and forgets to put the shower cap on all the way, because sometimes she just put it on any old kind of way. But if she doesn't put it on the way she needs to, y'all, and it hit that edge will ball up like no other. It will ball up like no other. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Now, when I was younger, right, my mom started putting, because she was like, our hair was entirely too thick, so she started putting perms in our hair. And after a while, I started doing my own. But I had went natural in like, I think it was 2012. It was like the end of 2012. That's when I went natural and really grew my hair. However, I was taking care of my hair prior to that. And I didn't really know what I was doing. So once I went natural, I really like did my 1-2 because I got my hair to where it's at now. Anyway, I say that to say maybe when she gets older, I might relax her hair if she gets into like wanting to look a certain way, wanting her hair straight. Because I'm telling you now, the way her hair is, it's not that it won't get straight, because I've gotten it straight. The roots. I done got the roots straight. The problem is, depending on what activity she's doing, even if it's something as small as gym, it can literally like make her roots, it will mess the roots up. So maybe if she starts to get into that and like still wants to, participate in something, then I might relax her hair. But just the roots, because the rest of it is fine, but just the roots, not enough. Like I think when I first got mine, my mom did the whole head, but I don't think she really knew, all of what she was doing. And then again, y'all, after that, it used to be just the roots. And to me, I mean, it was manageable, but it's definitely, I definitely have to kind of play with hers to kind of see how it'll work. But yeah, so if y'all caught the first braid, you see how kind of big that is on the side? That's what I mean. Like when there's so much hair that it can be brushed into the actual braid, that's when it's like, it won't last like the 2 weeks for real. But it was it was part of her inspo pick, to be honest. To try to get a couple braids in. I probably could have just did I could have made that probably into 2 and it would have looked fine. But either way, y'all, it came out nice. She liked it. I liked it. And that's that. But yeah, I'll see. Right now she kind of wants some color too. But I told her we're going to have to hold off on the color right now. I told her if I did do color, I can braid it in. But I do not know how to braid with weave, y'all. So, she's just challenging me every chance she gets. But, I mean, it's cool because I like a little challenge. It's nothing to, figure out how to do something. That way you'll always know how to do it. And then it makes her happy, too. So, I think she wants to start experimenting with some color. And I think just the beads is not enough for her no more. She needs something else for sure. But, yeah, I don't know. Y'all. I just be trying to get her hair did because this girl got so much. Trying to just, make sure I know how to understand the type of hair she has. Because, again, me and her, we have 2 different hair textures for sure. And I mean, I've been doing really, really good. Like I said, I got a couple techniques on how I at least manage it when I do go to do her hair. I whipped up that concoction. I do want to kind of perfect that, maybe sell it in the future. Because, y'all, even when I take her hair out, You ever take like you ever had your if you ever got your hair braided with weave or with gel, do you know the feeling after it's taken out? And the only reason why I know because my mom had gotten weave before. My mom used to get her hair braided with weave. And when she used to take her hair out, I don't. It was just like you know how the braids are already like kind of a little brittle, if you will. Y'all, her hair used to just feel so drying, and I'm like, what is this? Like, it just always made my fingers feel weird. Hers is not like that. Even after 2 weeks, it feels like it's still grease on it. And that, like, to me, tells me what I'm using last the entire 2 weeks. Like, it's the mixture of oils is working for her hair because her hair will literally feel like I just applied grease to it. So I don't know, y'all. That was just something that I threw together. It's a couple of herbs in there with like shea butter, mango butter, things of that nature. So I'm gonna try to perfect that and maybe make it into like some type of mousse or something to kind of easily apply. Because I told you the reason why it's hard the way it looks is because I had added this one product that's not supposed to be in there. Because I made this before. That's like my third batch. I made this like some years ago, y'all. And when I did, I did not use this one oil. So I think for next time, I'm gonna take that out and then possibly do like a whipped butter. That way it's easier to manage. And if I was to probably like make this some type of product, I would have to add some type of essential oil because right now it just these are all like raw butters. It's not something that smells good. It don't stink, but it doesn't smell good at the same time. So, but yeah, y'all, this was really it. 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, y'all at least gonna get a video from me doing this girl's head. Look at her touching it. Now, one thing about her, I'm gonna tell you, little Miss Thing, she do not play when it comes to getting her hair done. She love getting it done. She love how she feels. She love how she looks. If, especially if it's a style that she done picked. Oh my gosh! When I tell you, she be excited. She be telling everybody, "Oh, look, I got my hair done. This." So that makes me happy. This time she wanted pink and white beads, so this is what we did. But yeah, she don't play about getting her hair done. Now, she might not like it, the sitting and all of that all the time, but she has no complaints after she go and see it. And everybody in the house tell her she cute. Because she's going to tell her brothers, like, look at my hair. Like, looking for the compliment. And I'll be cracking up. Because they give it to her. Oh, yeah. Like, especially the little one. Oh, listen, he'll make your heart melt. Your hair is so beautiful. You're so beautiful. I'll be like, ooh, my son's so sweet. But yeah, y'all, this is how it came out. Sorry for the thing in the back. It was just something that was just annoying me in the background. But if you like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.